After Reddit's excellent work selecting the LG Wing as my daily driver phone, we decided to ask for their help again. Oh, but this time, thankfully, it's not for me. You see, I need to build a PC for my boss, something worthy of the CEO of Linus Media, Aaron Tong. Linus's face all over everything? No. Ooh, the all chrome and gold PC. I like the way you guys think. And so did Seasonic, who is sponsoring today's video. We're going to be using their Focus PX850 power supply, the same one that we trust for our commoner work machines, and we're going to be powering the most blinged out, shiny system possible. But why did it take so long to start the build, you ask? Well, because we were waiting for a one-of-one case to arrive, which I've been told absolutely needs the white glove treatment. Oh my God! Funnily enough, we were actually introduced to Sinister Cases by Taryn himself when he emailed me their website and was like, hey, these look pretty cool. What he probably had in mind was that we would unbox it on Short Circuit or something, but he must be new here. We reached out to them and they were excited to not only send us the first unit made out of 7075 aluminum off their 5-axis mill, giving it this super high polished look, but they even went the extra mile and engraved it with his name so that he can get rid of that tacky paper name tag that all the commoners have to have. Now, if I had to critique the product, I would say it's a little impractical and the packaging could definitely be better, but come on guys, let's be real. This is more of an art piece than it is a regular computer case anyway, and Jordan from Sinister does say that they're working on the packaging, so let's get to building. Or rather, unbuilding. You see, the reason that we told you guys that we didn't want any hardware suggestions was that we plan to actually deploy this thing, so it needs to use our validated hardware, meaning it's time to prep Mr. Tong's PC for surgery. This is a great opportunity then to talk about what we use on a daily basis, starting with our CPU, the Intel Core i5-12600K. Yeah, it's a couple of generations old, but it's got 6 P cores and 4 E cores, making it totally overkill for email, spreadsheets, whatever it is a CEO does. So this stays, but the cooler has got to go. Why, you might ask? I mean, that's a fair question. The Noctua NHU14S is chrome-ish already, but the IceBlock XPX Pro Aurora from AlphaCool is far chromer. Everything else on our ASUS ProArt Z690 creator board is staying the same, including our 32 gigs of Trident Z5 DDR5 and our 1 terabyte Crucial P5 Plus drive. Honestly, I would actually downgrade that SSD if there wasn't a performance penalty, because it has been company policy for a very long time that all data gets backed up to our redundant network storage, since local storage is how data gets misplaced or lost. Now, it's time to actually assemble our case.
Using these things, we can mount our GPU, our radiator, and more to the back of the backplate on our case, which has 42 different mounting holes, allowing us to arrange our PC in a variety of cool, different exploded configurations.
Now, 7075 aluminum is a lightweight, strong material that's been used in the aerospace industry and in military applications that allows us to mount heavy components on these tiny little arms. It also happens to attract fingerprints like an absolute so we need to give it a thorough wipe down before we give it to the big boss.
We don't want him mad.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
That's why NCIX is under. No, I'm just kidding, joking.
Stop laughing. My question now is, how does this thing actually go together? Because it's not obvious.
No, thankfully Sinister on their website has instructions for each individual part as well as the case as a whole.
The case as a whole? I thought it was a frame.
Well, just follow the instructions. It's only like 100 pages long.
What?
I actually don't know how long it is, but with all of the parts combined, there's definitely 100 pages.
Every single surface of what I assume is a foot has its own individual peel on it. This case is sinister.
Oh my God.
You better carry around a glove and a baseball with you if you're gonna have this thing in the back of your car.
You want to take a look at that one.
Damn.
I can't wait till we hire a second Taryn Tong and we need to get a second one of these. How many people are named Taryn in the world?
Yeah, not many.
Oh, really? I feel like it's a common name.
Jesus is a common name. Terran is definitely not.
Would you say that more people in the world are named Jesus than Terran?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
What do you mean, would I say?
Isn't like there only one?
Wait. Oh, dude. Really precise laser engraving.
That's not a laser.
Oh.
That is
No
milled.
way.
That's an engraving bit in the mill.
Oh. Well, that explains why it looks so good. The precision of that fit, though. Do I even need screws? Look at this.
That's pretty crazy.
That's how much wiggle there is. You can barely even make out the seam.
Wait, I need to.
Step 2 is the other leg.
All right.
And you need these plugs.
So what's in that bag? Nothing but plugs.
And this goes on top of there.
Ah, yeah, okay. I see it.
And then we do 2 more of those screws again.
Really?
What? Oh, sorry, I forgot to screw you. There you go. Step 3, motherboard mount.
Yes. Oh, so this goes on only one way.
Correct.
Screw me.
Any day.
Do you think I could hang from this case?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Oh.
The next step says it's the GPU, but we don't have to do that because that's where these arms come in and we can put it anywhere along. So we could mount the motherboard next.
Okay. Dem some tall standoff, boys. Also, only 8?
You can't have the center one.
Ha!
Oh. Well, that
Just
worked
works.
out. Okay, never mind. It happens to be exactly the same size as the socket for the screwdriver. And for a limited time, you can get 20% off your own ratcheting screwdriver in this fun retro gaming colorway. All you've got to do is purchase through the YouTube shopping tag here on this video. There's a limited number of these discounts available though, so don't wait. That looks gorgeous. Oh wow, we went push-pull. Considering the pedestrian hardware he's running, that's pretty overkill.
Next step is the power button. And that's where any one of these holes can come in. Where do you want to mount the power button?
I mean, it could be here,
Sure.
or it could be here.
Sure.
Where does this go?
I guess we should plan our loop order.
We could just have fun with it.
Sure.
Alex could mount it wherever he likes.
Where would you like it? I'm so down. So because of these arms, they have the, I don't even know, like 12, 14 different mini holes around the main hole. You use these tiny little pins that Alex is putting in, and that's how you can actually adjust it so you can have like several different angles while still keeping it locked in position.
That is crazy. For the power supply, this case takes a similar approach to some mini ITX cases, putting it behind the motherboard so the octopus of cables coming out of it is relatively hidden. And for our build, we'll be using the PX850 from Seasonic, who is our sponsor for the video today. These have been super reliable in our deployments, and they come with a 10-year warranty. And thanks to the modular interface, we can pair it with custom-length silver cables like these ones from CableMod, which is a pretty necessary step here since this case clearly lacks anywhere to hide the cables that do have to wrap around to the front. A consideration, I saw you guys kind of sizing up this side for the reservoir.
Yes.
She's a little imba right now. What are the odds you want to put
Yeah.
that over there?
Sure.
It's just an idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, normally one of the cables we'd need is a 12-volt high power connector for our super fast GPU, except our standardized machines use RTX 3050s, which not only don't need a high power connector, they don't even need liquid cooling, but I mean, come on, leaving this air-cooled would just be embarrassing. That's why we took to AliExpress to find, was this the one 3050 block on the market? This is from Bixby, who apparently wasn't bothered by the fact that you'd be far better off just spending this money on a better GPU. What a freaking waste. Hopefully Terran doesn't have to go all tech industry layoffs on us to cover the cost. Before I get the block on this thing, what are we thinking in terms of location? Just forgetting, like, I don't know, out here or what?
I think it's going to be wherever we can hide the riser the nicest.
Oh, we're not going to be able to hide it. Where are you going?
Well, to the.
Come on over here.
Oh my god, that looks so bad. No.
Put it in the top one.
Oh my. Then it's gonna cover all of this. See? I think that one looks pretty good.
And realistically, do we need all X16 PCIe lanes? It's a 3050. Where do you want that?
I kind of want it right where the power button is.
Oh, did anyone ever actually verify that this fits on here? This is a 3060 block.
I told them to
Oh. Moment, please.
Yeah, there
Wait.
you go.
Oh.
You just don't know how to put a block on.
It actually is sitting really far above the die, though. Maybe it just needs to be mashed on.
Yeah.
It's time for our PTM 7950 phase change thermal pad, available at lttstore.com. This stuff is super cool. It's a thermal pad that performs outstanding, even compared to pastes, and probably the best thing about it is its endurance. This is more of a commercial grade product from Honeywell that's designed for very, very long-term applications. Hey guys,
Yo, what's up?
remember how I said that this does fit after all?
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's one surface mount component here that is just a quarter of a millimeter off. See that?
Yeah. I have a solution.
Oh, you just want to cut up the block? Yeah, I mean, that's not the sealed part, sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
We won't see it.
I've done worse. Yeah, buddy! Okay, what kind of angle vibe are you feeling here?
It's gonna have to go on the front there.
Oh, yep. Okay, so kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That looks amazing.
How the shit are we going to get these tubes done?
With a whole bunch of these guys.
Oh, we're gonna cheat.
Just heaps of those.
Oh, I love it.
Maybe it lines up now.
Look at that.
It only took 4 adapters.
Shh, don't tell the people, they won't notice. While they work on that, I'll be fixing Elijah's ugly cable management.
It's fine.
It's not fine. It's, you'll get fined.
What? It's fine.
Wait, are you allowed to use power tools?
Yeah, you've let me use power tools before.
Is he allowed to use power tools?
Oh my god. My hand is very vibrating.
How forever is this built?
Theoretically, forever.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Because I'm about to do some stuff.
Oh my god.
90 degrees, just already in the tube. Awesome. This has been really fast.
Yeah, is that a thing in plastic tubes as well?
I think so.
Yeah, you can buy pre-bent ones.
We've just never done it because we were like, oh, that's for cowards.
Man, I've had my nose so close to it that I haven't been able to appreciate how it's shaping up. This is awesome.
This is very pretty.
Wouldn't pay that much for it, but as a gift, it certainly makes a statement. Please don't fire me. That's the statement, right?
Why'd you glue this piece? It's like $70 US.
This one little arm is $70?
Something like that, yeah. And this plate is like $200 US.
For the machine time involved, that's not even outlandish.
Yeah.
Yes, it's expensive. No, it's not overpriced. We've had this conversation before.
lttstore.com. Got him.
Also, by the way, Elijah, your tube wasn't in on either end.
What? Yeah, it was.
There's 2 O-rings. You need to be in the second one too.
Can we cut that, editor?
Am I missing something here, boys?
Something's leaking. Oh.
We missed a stopper in the rad.
You doing okay over there, bud?
Just looking for C13. It's only an 850 watt. I don't need a C19.
It's a good 850 watt though.
Oh yeah, C-Sonic.
yeah.
Holy.
Oh yeah, we haven't really shouted out C-Sonic much. C-Sonic, good. You think we want to re-cable manage this when some power supply dies? No. That's why we choose C-Sonic.
This is the weirdest way to plug in a display I've ever.
It's like you're plugging into the monitor.
Yeah.
It's the monitor experience.
Holy.
Man, I can't wait for him to see this. And the chair.
I think it was $1,000 US.
Oh.
We got $100 off though. We sweet talked him.
All right, power it.
Oh my god.
I freaking
This looks so sick.
love it. That flow rate, not super high. It's a lot of tubes, a lot of bends.
A lot of elevation change.
Hey! All right, okay.
Let's go.
Can't take that for granted, guys. I can't wait to see the look on his face.
This is sick.
Oh my god, why is there people in here?
Wait, who put the...
Yeah, who
Why does it say Pope?
I want to do a few little upgrades to it to surprise both Taryn, but also Elijah, who's the writer of this video.
Am I gonna get like an in-house barber?
Well, no, it's your gold throne for a CEO.
Yeah.
It's worthy of a CEO.
It's a throne. We spent $1,000 of company money on it. Why don't you have a seat?
It's in really good condition.
Oh,
Oh,
Did you just put a
I
fingerprint?
tried to polish.
That was painstakingly polished by your servant.
does this turn?
It weighs 150 pounds.
Comfortable? Oh my god, it has a built-in footrest? Oh, it swivels?
I swear to God, this is not a barber chair.
It is a barber
Yeah, it's a
chair.
barber chair. You know, with the complexity of your haircut that you probably do yourself, we felt it was appropriate.
Excuse me, my wife does it. Talking what?
No.
I've never met her.
Oh, she's great.
You got your chrome keyboard?
Yeah.
There are fingerprints all over this.
Yeah, I tried wiping it. It's not coming off.
Also, man, are these are not actually made of these?
Yes, they are.
They are not.
Yes, they are.
They're not.
It says on their website.
This is not made of copper.
It says on their
Oh,
website.
wait, it's really heavy.
Yes. These 16 keycaps were like $200 US.
You haven't even looked at the computer yet.
Ooh.
So you can see there's engravings.
Oh wow. Oh, it's an LTT.
Yeah, but hold on, you gotta look at the other side. You gotta look at the other side.
Is it me on the wall?
Hold on. Thankfully, no.
Oh, 101. That's super sweet. Did we do that in test or do we like engrave everything?
Sinister Cases did it
Wow.
for us.
Need to thank those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Super awesome.
Can you figure out how to turn it on? You got it here. You can stand up. Here, hold on.
Sorry, this doesn't actually.
Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
so heavy.
If we cut a hole into this, we can put this in the washer.
So
So we have a gold before. No.
I guarantee you, there's something that you haven't noticed about this yet. That is metal tubing, because the theme of the build is chrome and gold.
Chrome and gold.
Yeah, that was what Reddit felt was CEO themed.
Very Mad Max.
Yeah,
Yes. Which is timely.
yeah. Angry Terran is what, not Mad Max. Are you gonna try and find the power button? Yeah, that's a PCIe riser. It's been a while since he's worked in the computer review
No,
industry.
I switched PCI erasers.
Yeah.
The IO breakouts are here, so it has to be tight here. Duh. I see Bubbles in the loop, who,
I blame Elijah. Okay, try it out. Take it for a test drive. Oh, we should probably help him move the chair again.
that's alright. I can.
No, we can. No. That CEOs don't move their own chair.
Oh,
There we go.
Anything for our CEO.
this is awesome that it has none of the things I need for work, but it has.
Well, we've got your LinkedIn here.
You want to boot up a game? We got
Yeah.
Rocket League,
Yeah.
Doom,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, we do a Cyberpunk.
This doesn't run really well on my computers.
No, it doesn't. And this is the exact same hardware you had before. It's just prettier. Okay, game crashed.
Do you think this is a bad example? Our CEO gaming at work?
Probably.
How many likes do we need to get on this video to sell that as a poster?
Oh, we should stock this as LTKstore.com.
Yeah, like how many? Like 100,000 likes? Sure, let's do it.
We should do this kind of photo for all of us. Or dartboards of our videos.
Capture both the haters and the lovers. Elijah, we never told him the price.
I don't know the exact because each piece we used is slightly different price depending on what you get. I'll add the total here.
And let's react to it. Whoa! You work at a YouTube company now. You gotta react.
A PC worthy of a CEO.
Truly worthy. Between all the sponsored products and the army of brands that you've never heard of before, shopping on Amazon these days sucks, especially if you're new to PC building. Look at this. I searched for graphics card, and with prominent placement like this, how could I possibly know that Showkings is not a reputable brand of GPU? I mean, is the Radeon RX 580 even getting driver updates anymore?
Not since January.
It's ridiculous. It makes you wonder, just how bad of a PC would you get if you just searched for each product category, bought the first thing on the list, and threw it all together. I want to know, so I'm going to find out wait, rating on Ampere architecture? That's an NVIDIA architecture. Oh man, these guys are ridiculous. Okay, sorry, right now. And here it is, everything from my waifu power supply to my View Edge monitor and high quality video card. There is one thing missing though. It's a segue. Oh no, here it is. To our sponsor, Acronis. In an age where the slightest infrastructure vulnerability could open the door to cyber attacks or unrecoverable data loss, Acronis Cyber Protect has your back. Check it out using our link in the video description. Let's kick things off with the only non-sponsored item that managed to top our search results. Or at least sort of top them, because the Ryzen 7 5800X was the only actual CPU that showed up when we typed in CPU. It turns out the Amazon search engine is kind of like your boomer uncle, offering up a selection of random entire computers when you search for CPU. Processor, meanwhile, does give us some sponsored results, but the rule of the game was we had to buy the first valid result for the first keyword we tried, so Ryzen 7 5800X it is. At just $170, it's a great chip for the price and a solid start to what has now become an AM4 journey. However, if you want something a bit more affordable, Central Processing Unit comes up with the 5600X, which includes a Wraith Stealth cooler for extra value. Moving on to our motherboard. The Asus Prime B550M-A Wi-Fi 2 was sponsored and was the first of our many sponsored results. We'll talk about what this sponsored tag means a little bit later, but for now, it's not really a problem. While this board may not have the highest end features like PCIe Gen 5, it's certainly a decent board and should fit perfectly into the vast majority of PC cases. Next up, DDR4 RAM nets us a pretty decently spec'd kit from, oh boy, Oloy? Well, thankfully, whether you've heard of them or not, they seem to be a perfectly cromulent memory supplier. Not only are they extensively reviewed on Amazon, with this kit having almost 8,000 ratings, but Tom's Hardware ran an article a few years ago with promising results. That is, at least until they looked into support. Oloy describes their warranty as limited lifetime, but doesn't elaborate on their website on what exactly those limits are. And when Tom's reached out, they discovered that they only provide brand new replacements for any failed sticks for 1 year, and after the 3rd year, they reserve the right to charge you for any repairs. Technically, that can legally be described as a limited lifetime warranty. It just demonstrates that Oloy's attitude toward customer service is less, trust me bro, and more, good luck bro. What about storage? Oh, another good result with the crucial T500 2TB at the top of our list. It's got 4.7 stars with over 3,200 ratings, and the bad ones are mostly upset about DOA drives, which do happen from time to time, and the lack of an included M.2 screw. Though in fairness to Crucial, SSD mounting hardware is supposed to be included with your motherboard, so once again, I'm happy with Amazon search results. They're 3 for 4. Wait a second, does my motherboard include SSD mounting hardware? It's certainly not on the board, and I don't remember seeing any accessories in here. Oh, there they are. Yep, we're good. Of course, if you've spent more than 2 minutes on Amazon in the last year, you knew that wasn't gonna last forever. So let's see our result for CPU cooler. Ah, the SE214 XT ARGB from ID Cooling. I mean, actually, can't really fault the value here. 4 heat pipes, $18? That's like $4.50 a heat pipe. And it's got a respectable 4.6 star rating, with most of the complaints focusing on what I feel are insignificant issues, like a cheap feeling backplate and, bad instructions? Oh, and not receiving AM4 mounting hardware. One moment please. This looks pretty complete, fan mounts, AM4 mounting, but it looks like they're right. There's no instructions. Oh, guys, you gotta look inside the box. The instructions are right there. Yeah, as long as you find all the pieces. This is a pretty nice package at $20, though that still still doesn't make it an obvious win, because for just $15 more, you can get a Peerless Assassin, and that's a really nice cooler. In fact, Amazon seems to acknowledge this, because a couple of results down, they've got that one tagged as their overall pick. With that said, it's not like modern AMD CPUs need a ton of extra cooling for overclocking or anything, so this could end up being the best bang for the buck. Only the results will tell. And look at that. It has addressable RGB on the fan. Moving on to our case. Whoa! Antec! These guys might have had the spotlight stolen by newer players like Fractal, Corsair, and Fantex, but personally, I will always remember them fondly. And after getting acquainted with the DF700, I might just have some fondness today. For just 90 bucks, you get 5 total cooling fans, 3 with RGB on the front, all hooked up to a nice addressable RGB fan controller, and it's got a front panel mesh, built-in cable ties, a removable hard drive sled, and while we don't get rubber grommets for our cable management, the cutouts are rounded so you're not going to scratch or cut either yourself or your cables. It's even got a bit of side ventilation for your power supply and any hard drives you want to chuck in there. Very tasteful, very cool. What's not to like? Well, individual front panel headers, though that's still common in most cases and not all motherboards use the same layout, so I actually back Antec here. Someone got a dented bottom, some faulty fans and lights. Ooh, one person got a fan hub that was allegedly so defective it burnt not one but 2 motherboards and a power supply. And as for the middling reviews, most of them thought it was nice but a tad expensive for what it is, which is fair, but if you catch it on sale, what a deal. Now we've just got to power the thing, and that's where our PSU, the XPG Core Reactor 2, comes in. This is another sponsored result, and while XPG might not be familiar to you, they are a branch of ADATA that has actually been around since 2008. This fully modular 650 watt 80 plus gold unit was just $83, which seems fine. We haven't tested any XPG power supplies yet, but the reviews all seem pretty decent and the community seems to like them overall. And this one comes with a 10-year warranty. However, and this is a big however, we found quite a few complaints about either poor warranty and RMA support or customers receiving not 1, but 2 units that were dead on arrival. So maybe you should stick with less sponsored, more trusted brands like EVGA or Seasonic. That wasn't an option for us though. Now, these days you might be thinking, 650 watts, that's a little on the low side, but foreshadowing with this cable I'm running here. Let me put it this way, we aren't gonna be needing any more power than that. Meet the ShowKings RX 580, sponsored. I'm talking a GPU that literally isn't even getting driver updates, 8 gigs of VRAM on a 256-bit bus, PCI Express Gen 3, oh, but this is nice, dual fans for office and gaming, and a DVI connector for those of you out there like me who buy their monitors out of people's garages. This has got to be remanufactured. I've never even heard of ShowKings, but maybe that's just because they're ahead of enjoyment and led the trend. I've just fallen behind. So settle down, slap this 7-year-old GPU in your system and call it a day, I guess? Or maybe don't. In all seriousness, I can't think of a good reason to buy from these guys when there are so many other options out there. Searching for them online brings up almost nothing except, is this brand legit posts? We couldn't even find a company website. And most of our 1-star reviews here have to do with the cards dying over time. You're honestly probably better off just buying something used on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or our recent sponsor of Scrapyard Wars 9, Java. But we didn't have that option, and thanks to Amazon sponsored products, here we are. Which I guess it's time for us to address. The way it works is basically sellers from around the world will place bids on specific keywords in order to help surface their products when you include those keywords in your searches. Generic keywords like CPU or RAM are generally more expensive, while more specific keywords cost less. And I know that most, if not all of you watching right now are savvy enough to not just buy the first thing you see, but you would be surprised by how many people do. Amazon claims that the sponsored product system helps turn browsers into buyers. They also claim that because sponsored products only appear when in stock and include trusted Amazon shopping attributes, that they are helping customers make informed browsing and buying decisions. Sure, because when I buy an RX 580 in 2024, I'm informed. Oh wait, we did peripherals too? Oh, now let's check out our peripherals. I guess we'll kick things off with the ViewEdge CS24FK, a 24-inch 1080p 165Hz IPS gaming display. Unlike Show Kings, these guys even have a website. We can't find this monitor on their website at the time of filming, so that's something. But realistically, at $90 for these specs, I don't think the product page is going to change too many people's decision. If only the specs were the whole story. The one-star reviews are hating on everything from the awful speakers to product longevity to viewing angles to response times to you name it. Should we fire it up? Oh, I'm going to need peripherals. And there they are. The gaming essentials from Red Dragon. Red Dragon's one of those brands that 5-6 years ago, we were memeing on their hardware store level quality, but these days, they've actually got some pretty decent products. It's too bad that this isn't one of them. The S1013 and whatever this stupid thing is, the S1013, they're both the S1013. They don't feel great, but somehow they have 46,000 ratings? That's about 10,000 more than when we first mentioned this combo in our Why is everyone buying this keyboard video about 3 years ago. Cool. If only people had watched our video. Well, anyway, let's try it again, shall we?
It's an M601 mouse.
Is it though?
Okay, that says S1013. All right, fine.
I mean, it's hard to complain for 30 bucks, but I'll find a way. To the monitor's credit, it comes with a pretty nice feeling DP cable and it has dual HDMI inputs.
It's pretty good.
And it's light.
Yeah.
I like the case. Actually, that's really nice diffuse RGB on a $20 cooler too. Oh man, this keyboard is awful.
Don't you love membrane?
I'm not even hating on people for having only $30 to spend on a mouse and keyboard. Dude, in Scrapyard Wars,
Yep.
I ended up with what? A G110 and a G502 for about $30 US. That's fine. You got a budget? No problem. Spend it smart. Having a tight budget is all the more reason to spend it. This is not smart spending. This is buying manufactured garbage. Speaking of buying manufactured garbage, what did we pay for this?
Something around 800 for the whole setup.
Yeah.
Mouse, keyboard, monitor. $888, about $890.
You know what's funny about that? Is about the budget of the last Scrapyard Wars.
It is, actually, yeah, you're right.
In fairness, this is a way better CPU than I got, but everything else about my system absolutely smokes this
Oh,
thing.
yeah, 3070.
I had a 3070.
Well, what about your drive, though? You did not have a 2 terabyte SSD.
Okay, that's true. But I did have a 256 gig SSD and a 750 gigabyte hard drive.
Unacceptable. It's 2024, hard drives suck for gaming.
Doom Eternal 1080p medium.
Oh, our 1% lows are dipping into like 40 territory.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, we thought it was because we didn't have the display turned up to 144 hertz, which is all it does over
Fair.
HDMI. But that's not it. It's that the frame times are so inconsistent that it feels laggy, even though the averages are about 100 frames per second. Interesting.
Yeah, it's going as low as like 47, and then it jumps up to 80, 90, and then back down to 44.
So that's why it feels like under 60. No, wait, 60. Because it's all over the place.
Yeah, and it looked totally fine, like from someone off axis, but yeah, playing it, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels bad.
Well, the way to explain it is that if you're only getting a frame in the time that it would take to be 40 FPS, that means it's taking 20 milliseconds to deliver that frame. It's gonna feel like lag or like a stutter.
Yeah, but it's playable.
Definitely playable. Not great, but playable. The really bad part is that was Doom Eternal running at 1080p medium. I didn't even have it turned up. RX 580 was a great GPU. Polaris was an outstanding value proposition. Was. That was a long time ago. I think realistically, this is a remanufactured mining card. So some miner farm somewhere is just literally throwing these in the dumpster. And then the GPUs are getting cut off and they're getting thrown onto new cards, and then someone's trying to make a quick buck on Amazon by selling them as gaming GPUs. And they'll play games, but they are not the best thing that you could buy for this kind of money. The question for me is, why bother to remanufacture it? Like, why not just dust it off?
So that it's less obvious? Because this looks like a new card.
Yeah, I guess
Right?
that's true. Now it's time for some F1 with a keyboard. Oh God, how do I steer?
What are your settings?
I don't know. What's happening right now?
Go to settings.
Well,
You're gonna go off the track right now.
Well, I can't steer, Ploof.
What's going on with our keyboard?
Let's check our settings. I mean, we're running at 100 FPS again.
Okay, well, yeah, turn motion blur off, sure, yeah. But everything else is set to medium, with a few lows here and there, that's fine. Much better. Brake.
Which one's the brake?
Oh my God.
Well, look, I don't play a lot of racing games, smart guy.
They even give you a racing line.
If I don't know where the brake button is, then that's not gonna help me much, is it?
No. We're shooting kind of late and we ran out of time. I really want to check out a few more games on the RX 580 to see if it's actually any good in 2024. Well, let's start with Alan Wake 2. Wow. We're not getting much FPS. Let me make sure it's on like a lower setting. 720p. It's upscale, so it's upscaling from 720p with FSR. Fine. Ray tracing off. It's not gonna do any RT. It's slightly better. It's still really not good, especially if we're actually rendering closer to 720p. This is just a video. This is just a cinematic. The game crashed due to graphics card fault and will now exit your progress when the last checkpoint has been saved. RX 580 cannot handle mesh shaders. I don't know exactly if this is the issue we're running into, but it's probably a problem. All right, Alan Wake 2, not so good. But you know what? It's a little older. Let's try Space Marine 2. That just came out. All right, you know.
Das ist halt aufgenommen. Das ist bescheuert. So, damit sind wir wieder zurück im Trauerspielprogramm. Naja. Naja.
Oh, we've got a solid 29.
Fahren wir mal ein bisschen fort. Jetzt runtergetonene gefilmt die ganze Zeit. Das möchte ich jetzt nachholen. Und ich möchte mal hier rüber sprechen. Das hier ist ein Haus. Das Haus ist explodiert. Das ist wirklich so passiert. Irgendjemand hat halt eben irgendwie TNT gedroppt. Das war wahrscheinlich eher so eine Art Hacker. Und die Items gestohlen. Dann einfach. Also kann sich schon TNT hacken, aber irgendwie wird er sich nicht ein anderes Plugin noch installieren können. Dafür wurde er wahrscheinlich dann auch gebannt. Und seitdem war er einfach so voll, das Haus zu fixen. Ich habe es dann schon einmal gefixt, als ich aus irgendeinem Grund nur dieses Applewood dabei hatte. Und das mir gut genug war, einfach mal zu markieren, dass es überhaupt da war. Und dann hat er es einfach noch einmal gemacht. Und dann, ja, dann war es halt eben so. Kann jetzt auch nichts dazu sagen. Das hier sind einfach nur Hausprops. Diese Häuser sind exakt ein Dings breit. Eigentlich habe ich ja gedacht, dass hier gerade nichts reinmachen würde, aber das ist mir doch so scheiße. Hier oben sind es übrigens auch. Die sind hier mal an der richtigen Lebenshöhe für so eine Beleuchtung. Diese Häuser dafür sind komplett voll und real, tatsächlich. Wo ich mir immer sehr viel Mühe gebe, diese Häuser zu modellieren. Tatsächlich sind diese Häuser ziemlich klein, für das es immer drin ist. Selbst wenn man sich dieses Haus ansieht, sind nur 2 Stockwerke. Ist ein relativ kleiner Bereich. Für ein Haus wie das hier zum Beispiel. Und dann hier eben mal heruntergeht. Dann kommt man erstmal in die Küche mit selbstverständlich allen möglichen Sachen, die man jeweils in der Küche braucht. Einschließlich Wasser, einschließlich Sink oder Wasserhahn. Und dann kommt man hier rein in das Bad mit allen Dingen, die man im Bad braucht. Zum Beispiel dem hier. Jetzt bin ich nass. Geil. Ja, schön. Luntika ist ja geil, so. Ah, ja. Hier kann man sogar noch essen. Das habe ich noch in eine Area reingepackt. Hm. Gibt's Deutsch hier? Man kann hier arbeiten, sich zum Internet verbinden. Wobei mir einfällt, wir brauchen noch einen Internetrouter für das hier Ding hier, ne? Wie macht man das noch einmal? Oder habe ich so einen dabei? Ich glaube, ich habe so einen dabei. Ja, ich habe hier Wi-Fi-Router. Wi-Fi-Router müssen neben Haus platziert werden, sonst bekommt man hier kein Wi-Fi mehr. Ist ja jetzt so entschieden, das wurde jetzt so gemacht. Und Telefon übrigens auch hier, also sagt nur, könnt euch keine Ausrede machen, ne? Hier ist auch schon ein Telefon. Wo tue ich den Router denn hin? Ich möchte übrigens keine Kommentare über diese Lampe holen, jemals. Hören, niemals. Ja, so, damit ich das klar ist, ne? Ich möchte das nicht hören. Ich habe schon genug Hate. Bei Hate, wenn nicht Hate kritisierende Kommentare meint. Schon mal das denn hin? Ich war ja schon, aber trotzdem nochmal nachsehen, ob jetzt ein Platz da ist. Okay, dann kommt er jetzt ins Bad. Der Bruder. Das ist ja, keine Ahnung. Ja, soll ich wissen, wo ich denn tun soll? Also wenn die auch hier auch noch WLAN, weil. Und es brauchen WLAN, okay? Ja, also. Hier unten bei diesem kleinen Arbeitsplatz hier einen hinzutun, das wird jetzt wahrscheinlich für genug Verbindung reichen. Der Laundromat braucht kein Wi-Fi, weil da ist auch kein Gerät, das es benutzen kann. Hier, die beiden Häuser sind groß genug aneinander. Sogar mit Telefon haben die alles hier haben die. Dann kommt hier in die Runden. Ach, das ist die maximale Höhe, okay. Ich habe schon vergessen, wie diese Häuser gebaut sind. There you go. Alpha Router. Kann man hier noch eins besseres platzieren? Und mal apropos. Was ist mit diesen Höhen von diesen, das ist hier unteres auch 2 Euro. Keine Ahnung, durch. Das kommt hier hin. So, jetzt haben wir noch einen übrig. Tun wir die denn hin? Hier haben wir doch schon die perfekten Orte dafür. Genau. Hier brauchen wir definitiv WLAN. In den Haushalten brauchen wir halt eben WLAN, weil in öffentlichen Orten brauchst du es jetzt zu sehr. Ich meine, es gibt ja mobile Daten, die ja jeder hat. Würden jetzt nicht sagen. Die mobile Daten haben. Habe ich übrigens nicht. So. An meinem Platz. Ja, hier. Wi-Fi-Router in dem Bett ist auch schön. Jetzt fällt mir wieder ein, wie man hier macht. Brauchen stärkeres Papier, also Plastik und Metall und Mesakron. Mesasplitter meine ich. Weil so ein Wi-Fi-Router braucht ja auf gar keinen Fall irgendwelchen Strom, den man da rein pfeifen will. So, was haben wir hier denn jetzt an Plastik? Schau mal, bei mir sind dann Kommentare schreibt, ich kann jetzt im Moment nicht lesen. Wenn ich hier rausex, dann macht OBS was irgendwie ein wirres Zeug und dann ich weiß auch nicht, was da los ist. Aber ich habe das zwar den harten Weg rausgefunden, dass alle Plugins irgendwie geunmounted werden, sozusagen. Ich könnte jetzt natürlich das hier auföffnen, aber irgendwie will ich das nicht. Es sind immer irgendwelche Leute, die schaffen, irgendwie das rein zu hacken. Und das ist auch schon ziemlich kleinen Kanälen passiert. Anscheinend ist es so random ausgewählt. Ich möchte keine Witze mit natürlicher Auslese. Das wäre dumm. Titaniumglas. Zur Zeit, wo ich versucht habe, einen DVD-Player zu kreieren. Und was haben wir hier? Verschiedene Sachen. Ja, Silberklumpen. Hier, Plastik. Wie schön. Wollt doch nur Genshin X was, ne? Ist ja nichts Schlimmes. Also der Stahl. Dann hoffe ich, dass das so geht. Okay, also müssen es doch Splitter sein. Was haben wir dann hier für... Ja, gar keine, das ist doch super. Das ist nicht so super. Das ist eher kontra super. Das dürfte reichen. Können wir weiter auf unsere Suche nach dem Wi-Fi in der Stadt gehen. Okay, mir fällt gerade ein. Vielleicht kann ich es ja doch probieren, indem ich einfach das Fenster hier einfach... Okay, das war schon im anderen Fenster offen. Puh. Okay. Okay. Ich hoffe jetzt halt eben, das macht wir diese Sache nicht. Ich gehe jetzt mal auf OBS. Okay, jetzt hören wir auf YouTube. Macht das wieder irgendwas Wirdes? Hier. Tab duplizieren. Kann sein. Videos verwalten. Livestream. Live Control Room. Das macht dann mal wieder gar keinen Sinn. Wie schön. Ja, die Discord-Memes. Habt ihr gerade... Oh, nee, jetzt macht das Sach wieder eine... Was ist das? Alter, was ist das? Ja, das soll ein bisschen was gefixt haben. Das Bild ist ein bisschen verrauscht, weil ich gerade ein anderes Capture verwende, und zwar ein Capture von diesem Bildschirm hier, aber ich denke mal, ist gut genug. Und was wir jetzt machen werden, ist, ich fahre vor zu streamen und schaue das mein LTT-Video weiter.
FPS in-game. In-game. 1%
Können wir
on
in Loop machen?
24, and this is 1080p
Loop.
native, so we could be running 720p with some upscaling, but it's not very good. And I'll be honest, there's not a lot going on in here. Let's go fight some Tyranids and see if it gets any worse. It's honestly not as bad as I expected. We're granted only getting 30, 35 FPS still, but I'm killing Tyranids. There's a lot going on right now, and it's a solid 30. So if you're okay with playing Space Marine 2 at 1080p low, maybe you should just buy an RX 580 in 2024.
It's fine. You're not getting the same efficiency that you'd get out of a modern card. You're not getting the same performance that you'd get out of a modern card. But it's fine. I wouldn't have any expectation of warranty coverage on this thing either. but it's fine. I just hate seeing people get ripped off, you know? Like, I don't want to be like, oh no, well, you can't even game on it or whatever. Because you can, you just didn't get a good deal. And that's not the point of this channel, right? To pump up things that aren't a good deal. So, overall, we did find some good stuff. I'm really happy with the case. And CPU, solid choice too. But other than that, I would say maybe just ignore the Amazon sponsored items. Unless they happen to be exactly what you need anyway. And while we're at it,
So, stopp. Jetzt reicht es. Jetzt reicht es. Das bleibt alles so, wie es hier ist. Jetzt reicht es. Das bleibt alles so, wie es hier ist. Es wird sich ja nichts dran ändern. Es bleibt alles so, wie es hier ist. Es wird sich ja nichts dran ändern. Es bleibt alles so, wie es hier ist. Es wird sich ja nichts dran ändern. Es bleibt alles so, wie es hier ist. Mit dem Bass rauscht Mr. Leben und mit meinem Echo. Mit dem Bass. Aber das mache ich auch nur, weil wir auf die Nerven gehen will. Mit dem Bass. Aber das mache ich auch nur, weil wir auf die Nerven gehen will. Aber das mache ich auch nur, weil wir auf die Nerven gehen will. Das Geräusch im Ab. Das Geräusch im Ab. Der mit dieser Screech im Hintergrund ist genuine nervig. Der mit dieser Screech im Hintergrund ist genuine nervig. Verstehe! So, er sollte sich eigentlich viel bassiger anhören. Damit bin ich noch fein irgendwie. So. Oh, so. Oh. Hammer. Ich muss sich einfach rein wie eine Kuh. Oder wie eine Kuh. Rasenmäher auf Crack. Rasenmäher auf Crack. Mehr irgendwie. Es hat sich irgendwie einer ist dort hinter mir im Fernseher laufen und er wurde einfach die ganze Zeit Nonsens anzuhängen. Und er wurde einfach die ganze Zeit Nonsens anzuhängen. Das ist ein Mikrofon. Ich muss das nachher wieder sauber machen. Ich hoffe, das Modul geht doch nicht. Ich muss das nachher wieder sauber machen. Aber so wie das behandelt, sieht es nicht danach aus. Aber so wie das behandelt, sieht es nicht danach aus. Ja, ich behandle es ja noch heute so, ne? Das Geräusch ist hier einfach an, als wären wir irgendwie beim Star Trek im Reaktorraum, ne? Beim Star Trek im Reaktorraum, ne? Beim Star Trek im Reaktorraum, ne? Beim Star Trek im Reaktorraum. Moment, ich hab die. Moment, ich hab die perfekte Mimik dafür. Oder? Erstmal, oder? Das soll doch wert sein. Hier im Reaktorraum sind wir hier. Ja, wisst ihr, wir streamen jetzt gerade von der Enterprise. Das ist gerade ein sehr spezielles Moment für mich. Also kann ich schon mal sagen, dass so in der Historie von diesem Kanal das noch nicht gemacht, muss ich sagen. Also bin ich auf jeden Fall sehr und außerdem die Leute hinter mir, die labern einfach alles nach, die sind auch so untersteuert immer, weil die waren eigentlich immer von so einer Matrix kontrolliert und jetzt wissen die auch nicht mehr, was sie machen sollen. Es wollte mal so, ihr wollt jetzt streamen und von ihr meint jetzt auf dem das Computer von 1999 zu spielen. Ja, das ist also, wir sehen uns den LTT an, das ist ja ein längst vergangener Kanal, der Typ ist auch schon längst gestorben, es ist jetzt 2077 und das brauchen wir, da gibt es ja leider keine Computerkomponenten mehr, weil hier haben wir ja noch alles DDR minus 50, genau, ja, das muss ja aber auf jeden Fall hier ein sehr, sehr technisch modernes Setup und ich kann auch sagen, es ist hier, da kann ich mich auch nicht mehr beschweren, also weil das ist mein Wohnzimmer hier, Alter, Warum tue ich über sowas hier lachen? Aber irgendwie, wenn irgendjemand bei mir im Raum ist, dann kann ich darüber einfach nicht lachen. Ich verstehe es einfach nicht, das sind Autisten. Ich habe nichts gesagt. Hallo mein Freund, ich hasse dich übrigens, weißt du. Hallo mein Freund, ist. Ich hasse dich übrigens, weißt du. Ich werde dich jetzt töten. Ich werde dich jetzt töten. Ich hab's dir gesagt, du hast nicht auf mich gehört. Ich hab's dir gesagt, dich gewarnt. Du hast nicht auf mich gehört. Aber, dumme Leuten kann man nicht helfen. Aber, dumme Leuten kann man nicht helfen. Aber, okay, jetzt ist das Geld mir dann doch auf den auf. Okay, jetzt wenn das gerade nicht DVI. Oh, da, sorry, da. Oh, DVR ist nicht aktiviert. Ein sehr schwerer Fehler. Wir werden das Ganze einfach noch einmal machen. Verstehst du noch einmal, verstehst du, Alter, so ein herzlich willkommen zum Livestream von ADF Graphics. Heute ist der 25.04. Des Jahres und heute jetzt um Livestreaming und deine ich meine selbstverständlich sehr schöne Themen und selbstverständlich über Echo, weil jedes Mal wenn ich einen Livestream mache und der geht über 5 Minuten lang, dann werde ich das machen. Das ist nicht vermeidbare Thema. Nicht vermeidbar. Und wie ihr seht, sind wir gerade im ziemlich öffentlichen Bereich, so im Büro gerade, in der Bücherei von meiner Schule. Da sind die Leute ziemlich ruhig. Leute sagen, ich mal Reise hier. Halt die Fresse, du Wichser. Da sind die Leute ziemlich ruhig. Leute sagen, ich mal Reise hier. Halt die Fresse, du Wichser. Was redest du gerade über mich? Du sollst die Klappe halten, du dummer Hurensohn. Alle anderen Leute reden schon, ich brauch dich nicht. Du sollst die Klappe halten, du dummer Hurensohn. Alle anderen Leute reden schon, ich brauch dich nicht. Nein, jetzt lässt du das fucking bleiben. Das ist unhöfliches Verhalten, das lasse ich ja nicht zu. Was willst du denn mit mir reden, bitte sehr? Unhöfliches Verhalten. Was willst du denn mit mir reden, bitte sehr? Der bemerkt ja auch, die Grillen sind hier sehr, sehr, ruhig. Vielleicht sind sie so ruhig, dass ich sie einmal abstellen muss. Ruhig. Vielleicht sind sie so ruhig, dass ich sie einmal abstellen muss. Das Geräusch sollte in dann ein paar Minuten verschwinden. Und ein paar Sekunden würde ich eher sagen. Wenn ich habe jetzt den Filter für den Desktop-Audio angepasst, da würde es Lupen tut. Und ja, das sollte technisch gesehen alles fixen. Macht es das? Nein, natürlich nicht, weil warum sollte irgendwas nicht so logisch funktionieren? Mit diesem Spiel meine ich halt eben in meinem Leben. Ja, ihr habt richtig gehört, mein Leben ist sowas nicht logisch. Ich habe eigentlich immer gedacht, die Leute hier auf dieser Welt hätten noch Respekt vor sich selber, aber nee, es gibt mir noch Arschlöcher, die jetzt kaputt machen. Aber, wie schon gesagt, herzlich willkommen von meinem Livestream. Wir streamen gerade von dem das war selbstverständlich vorhin nur ein Pan. Wir streamen hier tatsächlich von dem Büroraum der USS Enterprise 1706. Und hier haben wir noch einmal eine Nachricht von dem leitenden Offizier in dem Kapitel. Lasst uns Musik mal hören. Nachricht von dem leitenden Offizier in dem Kapitel. Lasst uns Musik mal hören. Genug! Es reicht! Aus! Schluss! Und alles vorbei! Es wird kein lauten mehr Geräusch mehr auf diesem Kanal geben. Für exakt 5 Minuten. Ja, da werden wir mal die 5 Minuten einstellen hier. Haben wir schon ein paar Preset-Timer. Hier ist irgendein Grund irgendwelche werden spezifischen tatsächlich hier. Ja, das war dumm gerade, sorry. Ja, ich möchte den bitte anstellen. Alter, wie. Ach nee! Ach nee, das muss halt was vormachen, aber ja, brauchen wir ja nicht, aber ach nee, das brauchen wir jetzt gar nicht. Ja, Alter, das ist das für ein Blödsinn immer hier, Alter, jetzt reicht's mir sogar. So, also. Jetzt muss ich ja das ganz normal dokumentieren, da habe ich keinen Bock drauf, Alter, jetzt. Also, wir sind hier, wenn er mal, ich kann hier wieder Desktop-Audio entmuten, ja, weil, nur ich hier den Joy Brand Stabilizer braucht man ja nicht. Tatsächlich denke ich, vielleicht das braucht doch hier irgendeine Art von Wi-Fi-Router vielleicht doch, oder nicht? Bitte sehr, kann jeder wegnehmen. Normalerweise ist das Ding auch mit sehr viel Kabel verbunden, aber aus irgendeinem Grund ist es ja nicht so. So. Hier probieren wir eine Spam-Noise, oder? So wird hier mit der Noise. Wenn der Fairness sind zu den was? Warum? Hä? Wie bin ich jetzt hier hingekommen? Ja, manchmal. Das Spiel ist noch nicht so 100% fertig, muss ich allerdings sagen. Manchmal passieren halt solche Bugs, wie ihr habt es ja gerade eben gesehen. Es macht weirde Sachen. Verstehst du? Weirde Sachen, verstehst du? Meine Meinung, ich kann lauten Geräusche machen. Für exakt 5 Minuten. Mhm. Alter, ihr könnt irgendwie so Videos machen, wo man da sieht, irgendwie so Sachen kommentiert, wie zum Beispiel, nein, das darfst du, wenn ihr schreibt uns nicht, da ist das, weil sonst kann ich den Song heute nicht finden. Ja, so in Art YouTube-Videos könnt ihr nicht machen, einfach nur, weil ich diesen Breitformat bekomme und weil ich für sowas gar keine Zeit habe, dass ich sogar beim Wochenende immer noch, meine Eltern immer noch da. Und wenn es zu der Zeit kommt, wo ich dann sehr hier alleine lebe, also hoffentlich, aber zumindest alt genug bin, dass ich mir das traue. Robert schaut sich das an. Kein Mensch würde sich das antun, ne? Erinnert euch immer daran, es gibt Chancen im Leben. Das ist keine Chance, das ist eine Ausblick nach. Ich sollte Stream-Highlights einführen. Weil mit diesem freien Diamant jetzt hier, wozu brauche ich denn hier zu meinen Diamanten? Das ist ein Diamant gewesen, das ist die aber. Das ist aber besonders großzügig, muss ich sagen, Spieler. Danke dafür. Danke in der Nachfrage. Brauchst du noch etwas? Nein, Huren, ist halt die vorderste. Okay, dann tue ich halt eben das als Lichtsource übernehmen jetzt. So. Warum bin ich hier noch nicht gewesen? Normalerweise sind sowas immer Fackeln drin, ne? Also. Wobei es sei denn, es war am Tag, dann. Erklärt das einsehen. Na, erklärt das einiges, ja, also das ist das schon mal erklärt. Moment mal, ich muss ja mal kurz den Stream unter anderen Freunden sharen, ne? Wir sharen nämlich Streams unter anderen Freunden und bis dahin dürft ihr LTD gucken. Weil ihr wart jetzt so
cooler might be a diamond in the rough as well. We're sitting at 63 degrees right now. Now, arguably this is a game, not, you know, the most demanding thing, but for 20 bucks, it's hard to complain. Just like it's hard to complain about this segue to our sponsor, Squarespace. Tech tips can be very helpful for many things, but you won't even need them if you're building a website using Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that simplifies the process of getting your website up and running quickly. You can literally just drag and drop designs with Squarespace Blueprint. Just find a theme that matches your taste, add your product info, and you're done. No coding necessary. They also have integrated and optimized SEO tools that help your site rank higher in search results. Plus, your customers have the flexibility to pay via credit card, PayPal, or even Apple Pay. Our Linus Media Group website was built with Squarespace too. So don't wait. Start building your website today and get 10% off your first purchase at squarespace.com.
Jetzt weiß ich.
If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe go check out the one where we
Oh,
listed a bunch of
ich kann wieder laut sein. Wie schalte ich dich aus?
Honestly can't remember.
Oh, das halte ich fest.
We're going to be sorely disappointed, especially with this one that apparently has issues with the cooling fan. Wait, I know I'm interrupting B-roll to talk about the case again, but to put a glass side panel on this, did they literally just take an existing chassis, drill 4 holes in it, thread them, and then put it on? Like, it's got mounting for a regular metal side panel.
Oh, da
So-
fällt mir übrigens ein. Halt noch was zeigen. Hier haben wir mein Lieblingsprogramm. Der, Spoomer-Programm nennt sich das. Hört euch das mal an. Ja, das ist übrigens ein Problem, dass ich weiß, dass da. Ich weiß, dass es existiert, okay? No.